Hi. Long back, I used to run a lot of chemical engineering simulation packages, and we often said that a typical user of a chemical simulation package can be categorized into three types of users: a casual user, a careful user, and a competent user. When I played this hand yesterday on Zenith Daylong, I realized that that type of distinction could even apply to bridge players. Let me show you how. Of course, for this particular game, I also added one more C word to this, that is caged bridge, the kind of bridge many of us are forced to play these days. So, what is that? Let me explain. So, this was the bidding. With this hand, 11.6 carded club, I opened one club. North responded one heart. I bid two clubs. Two diamond. Two diamond is 3 plus diamond and a forcing bid. 12 plus point, forcing to 3 notum. That's fine. That was two diamonds. So I bid two hearts, three carded heart, and then the robo bid three club, again forcing to three notrum. I was happy to bid three notrum on this. Now the robo said it is three carded club, but obviously the robo does whatever is the closest to the canned bids that it has been supplied. The next robo bid was a surprising one, seven club. When I looked at my hand, I had no way to figure out why the robo bid 7 club. But I reasoned that if 7 club was making, then 7 notram should be making. I am playing match points, so let me bid 7 notram. Now this 7 club bid tells us the kind of cage bridge we are playing. That is, somebody is holding your hand, somebody is tying up your mind, hands, and somebody is restricting the freedom that you have. Anyway, I'll have more to say about that in other videos. Now, for this one, 7 Notram probably was a good contract, and when the dummy came down, I realized that dummy had a huge hand, 24 high cut points. Still, of course, we could still be missing spade ace or club king, one of the key cards, but Robo doesn't care. At least Robo didn't care on this hand. So diamond was laid, counting the number of tricks. I had 3 diamonds, 4 hearts, 3 spades, 10, and club ace king for 12 tricks. I needed to get 12. So to test waters, of course, I finished the red suits first. So played diamond 9, one with diamond king, then played a diamond to ace, cast queen of diamonds, king of hearts, small heart, and a spade appears here. So I won with jack of hearts and then cast 2 more hearts, and 2 diamond discards appear from here. That means he started with 5 diamonds and 1 heart. How would you proceed next? You need to get 1 extra trick. Now that could come in many different ways. You could place a spade and spade to 10. But of course, after East comes up with only singleton heart, the likelihood of that succeeding is much smaller than 50%. Now, a casual player would probably play off the top, so will play ace king queen of spades. If the jack falls, not a bad possibility. Still, person who is not fully comfortable or fully familiar with squeezes, but knows about finesse, will do slightly better than an absolute newcomer or an advancing player. So instead of playing ace king queen, the spade, instead of playing the spades off the top, he would take spade finish. It would still be a casual play, but it would be a casual play of different kind. Now, if someone who is more familiar with squeezes gets this hand, he would realize that if the player with three clubs has jack of spades, so he started with five diamonds, one heart, that is six cards. So if he started with three clubs and four spades, then he would get squeezed. And all that the declarer has to do is cash the red suit. So probably by this time that player has got squeezed. And when you cash ace king of clubs and ace king queen of spades, that jack will fall. That will be a slightly higher level, but still a casual play. What would a careful player do? We are now stepping up the process of thinking, process of application, and it takes a lot of effort to do that, whether at the table or off the table. So let us first acknowledge that. So a careful player would think like this. You have seen East play six cards, that is five diamonds and one heart, and you have seen West come up with five hearts and three diamonds, that is eight cards. So five vacant spaces in West hand, seven vacant spaces in East hand. So East is more likely to hold the jack of spades. The probability is almost 7 by 12, which is close to 60%. So rather than play for a squeeze, in fact, if you work out the possibility of a squeeze, that would come out to be much smaller than playing East for spade jack. You have 10-9 of spades, you could run the 10 of spades, then cash ace of spades, and then play king of club, ace of club, and cash king queen of spades. So you would still make 13 tricks. So that would be a good way of thinking about this hand. A careful player would probably give a consideration to the possibility of East holding five-carder, spade jack and doubleton club, and would probably be able to figure out even at the table that that layout has a slightly higher percentage than East having four spades and three clubs. And then he would probably finish the 10 of spades. Now, competent player thinking about this deal also has to worry about something else. If he is playing in a team, and let us say he plays 10 of spades and East plays small and he runs it, plays small and loses to the jack in West hand, he will have to explain it to his partner, he will have to explain it to his team, and statistics is not an easy subject. Not many understand it. People will definitely come up with a lot of arguments why that play is wrong. Statistics will not wash, will not help you. So also remember this when you really take into account things like a priori statistics, because in real life bridge there are many other issues that will trump the issue of statistics, although in very long run statistics will definitely prevail. Now, what would a competent player do? A competent player would have better understanding of his opponents. Rather than relying on pure odds, he might take help of the known shortcomings of the opponents. And I'm just going to show you some of the results from yesterday. This was the hand. I actually went down on 7 note drum, more or less because of casual play. I played for the squeeze rather than thinking about the probabilities. Now, if I look at what happened at other tables, now people who bid 6 note drum, you will see the bidding. They rebid 1 note drum with this hand. That's not exactly the best bid, the right bid, whatever you call it, but the robot didn't feel like bidding 7 on that, so they scored well, and two players made seven-note drum, and they did exploit a certain shortcoming of the robo. I'm not going to go into the detail of what that shortcoming is. Competence is not something that can be easily taught. That's something that you need to get by playing, by experiencing, and by carrying out your own trials and experiments. That means that the distinction between casual bridge, careful bridge, and competent bridge definitely exists. I leave it to you to figure out what that competent play might have been. I hope you liked this discussion. Thanks for joining. Bye for now.